anyị nakwana bikolo bikolo mmụọ.
Now, another one is that the Igbo traditional religion encouraged the Osu system. Osu caste, we need to understand what Osu system is. This is one label or one evil label that has been given to our ancestors or to Igbos even up till now, because so many communities still practice the Osu caste system. We need to understand what it means. If you do not understand something before castigating, you might get into trouble because you may later realize that you're also guilty of that thing in your own way. Now, we need to understand. So, what the Igbos, our ancients, resolved, if you now belong to a god, the family is your family is now with the god, not with them. For example, in these modern times, you see people who say that they are now reverend sisters, they are now reverend fathers. What does that mean? It means you are no longer part of your family. Reverend sisters, they wear ring. What does it mean? That they are now married to Jesus. Reverend fathers, they wear ring. What does that mean? They are now married to Jesus, which means you are an Osuka. You are a slave to the church. You belong to Jesus. It's the same thinking. These people who are now reverend sisters and reverend fathers, if you notice, most times they are not involved in anything that goes on in their family. So, if your religion has that, a replica of the Osu, why now do you condemn this one? So we need to understand the Osuka system before we start condemning it. Now the fifth one is that Igbo traditional religion does not make Jesus Christ the center piece. Like Christianity believe that Jesus Christ is the savior of the world. Igbos do not believe that. And because the Igbo traditional religion do not believe that Jesus Christ is the savior of the world, you now say that the religion is bad. No. There is nothing wrong in accepting that Jesus Christ is your savior. The problem is trying to force Jesus Christ to be another man's savior. One man's meat can be another man's poison. One man's savior can be another man's devil. So in Igbo traditional religion, we do not believe that Jesus Christ is the savior of the world because we do not know Jesus. He was never part of our ancestors. So our saviors will be within the world of our ancestors. So you cannot convince an Omenane practitioner to leave his ancestors, those who gave him a culture, those who gave him the land he's living on, to deny them and accept another person as their savior, the person that has not given them anything. So it does not work. So this conflict creates room for people who are not Omenane practitioners to say that this tradition is bad, this religion is bad. It's understandable. When people do not believe in your own argument or in your own philosophy or your own school of thought, you might try to run them down and you believe that they are hellbound. Now, they say that Igbo traditional religion encouraged polygamy. That's the sixth one. My question is polygamy wrong? Is polygamy wrong? There is nothing wrong with polygamy. If a man wants to marry as much as 10 wives, the man is welcome. And if you want to marry one wife, you are welcome. Our ancestors, there are those who married more than one wife, and there are those who married only one wife, and there are those who didn't marry any wife at all. So if your own culture is comfortable with you marrying only one wife, there is nothing wrong with that. You do not have to give another culture that permits people to marry as many wives as they can. You don't have to demonize them. They say variety is the spice of life. So if a man can marry more than one wife, he's free to. There is nothing wrong with it. There has never been any sound argument up to today on why polygamy is bad. In fact, people that condemn polygamy, that go out to have only one wife, some of them still have several mistresses outside. So that is the hypocrisy that comes with monogamy or some monogamous culture or some monogamous society. Some marry and divorce after 6 months and remarry again after 1 year and divorce again after another 8 months. That means within the space of 10 years, the person has been married. The individual has been married to either 6 or 7 people. So you start questioning the thinking of these people who are condemning polygamy. Is that still not polygamy? That's an advanced polygamy. The 7th one is what? That Igbo traditional religion encourages some evil cultural practices that subjugates women, like Hashiwai. Hashiwai means, for example, a man gives birth to like 6 girls. He doesn't have a son, and he wants a son. He might ask one of his daughters, or even 2 of his daughters, not to get married, and they should, stay in his compound and bear him children. So whenever they get pregnant, whatever child that comes out of that pregnancy now belongs to the man. It's called Onhachi. Now, if you look at this cultural practice as a foreigner, it might be alien to you. And most times, I keep saying it, what is alien to someone has the tendency of appearing bad. What you do not understand, there is tendency of you to condemn it. But in all sincerity, there is nothing wrong with it. The Westerners have their own. They call it adoption. A man can go and adopt a child. The Igbos do not believe in an adoption up to today. The Igbo traditional practice do not believe in adoption. So, but in rare cases will you see a man forcing the child to stay at home to bear a child for him. A man that wants one of his daughters to bear children for him will convince the daughter. And if the daughter agrees, then the traditional process, ritual, things that are supposed to be done, will be carried out so that whatever child that daughter bears will now be in the man's name. So there is nothing bad with this. I repeat, there is nothing bad with it. This is our own solution to some natural problems, like desiring a son or desiring more children. These are homegrown solutions to it. Thank you.
If you love the video you will just watch, please like and subscribe, and also share the video. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you love it. Thank you.
I know one of you, Ikolo Mo.